Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Relationship and travel themes are quite highlighted for you in a rare grand trine forming November of 2025. This is your horoscope for that month. We'll be breaking it down in a big picture overview plus week by week in our 25 to 30 minutes together. Settle in. We want you to time that November to be wonderfully positive for you. Also, Capricorn, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian, and I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac. You might want to use your whole sign house system. That's very accurate. But more importantly, when you're listening for your sun sign, you're thinking about your eternal core essential nature that often reflects career and purpose, where like the game player, where the simulation avatar character that you're donning in the matrix is your ascendant. And you can think of your moon as how you feel about your life, think about your life, but also the home you live in. And in this regard, you might listen for all three. If you want to time your best in 2026, by the way, it's my yearly fundraiser for $44. You get 12 times 12 videos, one for each sign, that are 2 to 2.5 hours long with a PDF guidebook. And that's my yearly fundraiser for equipment and scholarship funds for students. And that is on sale now, and it ends on December 1st. On December 1st, the price goes to the regular $66, not $44. Why would you want to buy an all signs bundle and it's delivered to your inbox on December 1st? Because you are going to be able to put that as stocking stuffer for friends and family. And it's a PDF document that they can download. And it has links to all of the hidden videos only available if you purchase private videos, you purchase this product. So hopefully you will like that product and go ahead and do that every year. For 6 years, I've done this fundraiser. And that's why I'm using this MacBook Pro that I'm on now with you guys, which has been a bit of an interesting journey. All right, let's get going. Let me show you the sky. Let's break it down bit by bit, week by week. Settle in, take some notes. I think we're going to have a good time here. Now, this is the sky. This is an ascendant in Cap. Don't forget, you can listen as if your sun is in Capricorn in the first house, as if your moon is in Capricorn in the first whole sign house. That's called spinning the wheel. And they all work. They all work. I listen to my sun sign often these days because as you get older, over the age of 44, you find your sun sign becomes more accurate. Most people do. Now, and I'll explain why in one of my courses if you want to sign up with my students. Energetically speaking, the thing about the place of the beautiful energy flowing all month long, this is important, right? Sorry, this is a water trine. It's a big triangle. It's going to be here dominating the sky all month long. But I want to mention one thing about that for you. These are come out houses. It's about what do you desire? What do you really want to experience in life? But they're also relationship houses with, extended family, siblings, friends, and your significant other. So this is a very big relational month for you, as it was last month, but it's continuing in a new form this month. This water trine has been dominating our sky halfway through October and all the way through November. So that's a bit of a backdrop. And you're ruled by, as is Aquarius, the planet Saturn. And Saturn is a part of the water trine. So when the Lord of your sign is a part of this formation, which we haven't seen in our sky, at least since the late 1800s, just to get Jupiter North Node, that was 1894, 1895. This is a rare window of time for all of us. So let's break it down into what happens during the month. At the beginning of the month, you'll see, of course, your Lord at 25 degrees retrograding. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. He'll be out of Pisces, by the way, next spring. Okay, so end of January, early February. I always forget who goes first, Neptune or Saturn, but nonetheless, retrograde Saturn trining Jupiter. Travel for relationship is a code for that all month long. You might want to take a journey with your significant other to visit your significant other, or significant other coming to visit you. These are themes that could definitely emerge during this month ahead. It's also very possible that you want to learn from a specific guru or teacher. Jupiter's in your 7th house, and this is an opportunity for that learning. It may or may not need you to travel. It could be online, and that's another dominating theme. But all month long, Jupiter and Saturn are trine, which is good for also the energy of determination and hard work and discipline in the daily habits and routines that you have that yield great benefits in your 7th house. Now, for the most part, if you're going to have rewards from discipline in the 3rd that align to the 7th, it's going to give you a better connection more rewards from other people because of what you're attending to in the third, right? Or a very powerful legal contract connected to an employment opportunity may be another option because you did due diligence, worked hard, persevered all month long, and you won the contract, got the deal, whatever it is. Venus, Pluto, Venus, Jupiter square. So Venus in your 10th house, right? Squaring, like having a duel with Jupiter, while also opposing Chiron, this thing here. You know, if you go back to 2019, when Chiron entered the 4th house of home, property, land, domicile, private life, you're wounded there. You're wounded. You don't know where you're going to live. I don't belong where I live. This is not my town, my city. This country doesn't feel right. This house doesn't feel right. I feel like I don't belong to where I'm living. Could be very prevalent, maybe a mother wound, and you've been healing the wounds of your mother, the way she raised you, or whatever. Now, the energy of that is coming to a closure. And by 2027, it's finally done, although it gets a little bit done next year. And so this is like Venus softening it up, right? She's in her kingdom, looking over here, trying to help you heal the wound of belonging to where you are living. And then Jupiter is opportunity. There may be an unexpected opportunity regarding a shift of home that may emerge early in the month of November, the first week of November. And also, it could be a career opportunity that positively impacts where you live. Or in this kind of chart, possibly because Venus in your 10th house is a ruler of romantic love, you may have an opportunity regarding a home change connected to a romantic encounter or a romantic love affair. All of that is possible. And you might be healing a deep wound here, right, connected to your childhood when it comes to career success and romantic love. And that's what I got for you. On November 4th to the 6th, Mars will be opposite Uranus. Mars since September 22nd has been in Scorpio, your 11th house of friends, allies, benefactors, career gains, long-range dreams and goals and plans. And Mars can make changes to all of those. Also a sibling one older, and there may be lots of intensity or passion or aggression going on in those parts of your life. Yet Mars is leaving that part of your chart now, and he's going to cross over. And as he does cross over into the sign of Sagittarius, where he will be all the way through, by the way, for quite a long time, all the way through till December 15th. Oh, I'm not moving by days. No wonder it's not going forward. This thing happens. There's a surprising development of some sort. Now, Mercury starts to show. So I want you to think October 29th to 31st, Mercury's opposite Uranus. And then kaboom, so is Mars. So it's like Mercury brings you an unexpected information connected to karmic debts, karmic relationships, debts, indebtedness, pets, rental properties, people in far off shores and distant lands. And there's that information that comes at you like, and I don't know what the information is. You'll find out, right? And then that's like the last 3 days of October. And now Mars is following up with action and decision. So some unexpected information is being delivered. Now, sometimes this kind of thing, 12th house stuff, can be about hospitals. And it's not inconceivable that somebody you know would be in a hospital setting under this kind of sky. Mercury does rule the house of a sibling too older than you, for example. Or it could be a connection to somebody in a hospital setting who is a boss or an employee or a pet, unfortunately. And those are themes that you may experience at this time. Unexpected health challenges for a pet, unexpected health challenges for a boss, employee, employer relationships, or maybe even a sibling too older than you. And you'll have to make some decisions and take actions, or actions and decisions are happening, or something like that. Thanks to Mars here. Hidden enemies, Mercury, Mars in the house of hidden enemies, somebody not really having your back, trying to cause you some turbulence, most likely turbulence that would connect to your job, your work, or your health. You're probably fine, but if you have a health challenge, it might blindside you a bit. It might come out of the blue. You know, might not see it coming. With a south node in the house of intestines, it could be a digestive gastrointestinal health challenge that kind of blindsides you. And if that's going to happen, yes, I told you when, November 4th to the 6th. On November the 5th, there's a full moon in Taurus at 13 degrees. The moon is big, it's bright, and it's completing and fulfilling something that you started 6 months earlier. And it's in the house of romantic and sexual love, your own children, fertility, pregnancy, creativity, your natural talents and gifts, entrepreneurial activities, the muse. All right, enjoyment of life, pleasures and pastimes and hobbies. Lots going on there, right? It's a beautiful Dharma house. It's a full moon. It's very powerful. It's exalted here. And it flows back to you as a Capricorn earth sign. And so there's something that wants to emerge. And the North Node indicates an opportunity for travel connected to entrepreneurial, creative, or artistic endeavors, or to a romantic alignment. If you're going to travel because of some romantic story, this moon is actually forming a mini grand trine to Jupiter in the house of long-term love and Saturn in the house of travel and Neptune, the soulmate vibe. If you do travel regarding a relationship, right? Like, you're just dating and you're going to take a leisure trip, or they're going to visit you, or you're going to visit them because maybe there's geographical distance. If that was happening, this is an auspicious lunation for that. However, remember, a full moon doesn't happen on the day up to 2 weeks after. You'll see evidence for some of the themes I've just discussed. And you might also consider that it could also be a theme that kind of runs through the 6 months that follow. But you want to go back 6 months earlier, half a year earlier, to think about what you might have been doing during the Taurus season, which is May, and what kind of new seeds you might have wanted to plant regarding long-term love and commitment / romantic love. Those themes would have been activated on the new moon in your 5th house back then. So I know a Capricorn guy who's like maybe sort of half-assed and, having a relationship thing starting to build up in a dating way. So you never know what could happen from this. Let's go ahead and don't forget the new moon seed that happened last spring probably in May. Also took 6 months to unfold. Now we're in the next stage. So, all right. So then your children are here, and there may be some very positive develops for your children. They're very lucky, including one of your children being pregnant. And so if one of your children is going to be pregnant, or their partners are going to be pregnant, this moon would bring that to your attention for sure. At least in the 2 weeks that follow, you might get word of that conception. Shall we continue? And if that's true, that will be a soulmate child for you. That would be a baby coming through that is really strongly connected to you and past lives, just saying. Now, excuse me, guys, I'm fighting off that sore throat cold that everybody I know has. And it's been 3 days of just like hitting the vitamin C full on. Oh, and like I'm ready for a nap after 12 hours sleep. So I do think it's the C vid in its latest iteration, honestly. Now I'm having a hot flash. You must bear with me. I'm doing the best under not the ideal health circumstances. So here we go. Moving into your next week ahead, the 7th to the 14th. Pay attention, please. Venus is squaring Pluto for a power struggle of some sort. This is here on the 7th. Are you having a power struggle with a sibling, one older, a friend, a benefactor, an ally, a colleague, and about money? There's a money struggle. There's a power struggle over financial matters. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. With some person, someplace, or something, there's a big money tension going on. Venus is debilitated. And so it also could be a situation where somebody's going through a financial challenge in your life, like that older sibling. Now, Pluto square Venus is, power of love and love of power, but it's also could be a wealth yoga, but it's in tension mode. So there could be a money opportunity emerging, but there is a struggle to claim it or a difficult circumstance around it. So money stuff up in the air there. November 7th to the 9th. On November 7th as well, or 8th, time zone dependent, Uranus is going to backtrack into the sign of Taurus. Watch that happen. And bang, this is you finishing up a story that started in 2018. Because you see, Uranus entered your house of work and health and pets and debts back in July. And then he tested the waters. And here he goes in November back to the place he's been traveling since 2018. So you will be eventually 7 years of exploring erratic, exciting, and rule-breaking freedom in the workhouse, pets, rentals. But now you're focused on to go back, and unfinished business is going to be finished in love, sexuality, romance, fertility, conception, creativity, entrepreneurship, and the muse. And Uranus is going to complete something he didn't finish. And he's not going to finish it up completely until next March the 11th. So you're beginning a journey here. If you've had a lot of disruption or change in your sexuality and love and romance sphere ever since 2018. Like you've been churning their love life-changing relationships, or an ex-husband of mine got involved in like a whole tantra scene and, kind of really far out relationship energies. That's Uranus, the freedom loving, erratic, outside the box stuff, but also just lots of change, right? This is going to close out with this grand finale. So we will say that if you have a Capricorn sun, moon, and rising anywhere from approximately 25 to 29 degrees, you're really going to feel this as truly a grand finale. And if you want to win the lottery, that's where the surprise can come from. And you might come into some financial wins here. For Venus is in the house of pennies from heaven. Well, there's a shock and awe surprise in the house of good fortune. It's good for a lottery ticket vibe here. And you can do that from November 8th until Venus leaves Scorpio. And Venus will not leave Scorpio until December the 1st. So I'm going to tell you, November 8th to December 1st ain't too bad for a lottery win, okay? Especially with Jupiter in your 7th house. Know your limit, play within it. On the 11th, Remembrance Day, Jupiter heads retrograde from his direct motion at 25 degrees in your long-term committed love, business partnerships, legal contractual agreements, and significant others. Now, with the retrograde station on November 11th, it's going to take him all the way through until next year to come back to direct motion. In fact, that's March 11th. Oh, yeah. And Uranus is April 29th next year. Sorry, I mixed that up. Next April 29th, Uranus leaves your 5th house for the grand finale. Oh, it's also good for unexpected pregnancy or unexpected grandparenting, all of that, unexpected pregnancies. But anyway, for Uranus in the 5th. But anyway, Jupiter retrograde pulls backwards in a house of long-term committed relationship. And sometimes, here's the thing, if you're in a relationship and every 12 years, Jupiter comes through your 7th house, and he's been here since June. He's like, you don't get what you want, you get what you need, Rolling Stones, right? He's giving you what you need. You don't know what you need. Jupiter's wise. And so sometimes it's like, I've seen many clients' relationships end when Jupiter goes through. It doesn't mean marriage, long-term commitment, when Jupiter goes through here. So keep that in mind. But when he retrogrades, spouses from the past reemerge. And so partners from your past are coming back into the foreground for you for some reason during that window of time of November 11th through to next March 11th. They may make a cameo. They might be in touch in a longer way. It doesn't mean you're going to get back together with them. It rarely does, but people from the past show up. And if the existing relationship is in trouble, it's testing time going inward, and you may or may not survive it. It may be calling that relationship to a close. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising between 15 to 25 degrees of Capricorn are feeling this the most strongly, but I would say you all feel it nonetheless. All right. A sibling 3 older than you in birth order is where Jupiter's sitting. So you might hear from a sibling 3. Why would you hear from a sibling here? Because he's retrograde. So it's somebody from your past. Sibling from your past may show up. If a sibling from the past is going to get in touch with you during this transit, it likely involves financial matters because of the position of the moon in the 8th house, shared resources, inheritance, money, stuff like that. Okay. Or the siblings passed or passing away. Sorry about that, guys. If you're like 20 years old and you think I'm talking about your 30-year-old sibling, just take a chill. We see an elderly Saturn in the mix. So it would be, people of a certain age, right? Moving on to the next story, we have November 11th to the 13th. We'll have Mercury conjunct Mars because of a head-on collision, as I keep calling it. They're going to bump into each other. The month starts with Mercury in Scorpio at 3 degrees. Mercury in Sagittarius at 3 degrees. And Mercury will only be here till about the 18th, 19th, and backtrack into your 11th house. Well, he is here. He's going to have you entertain the possibility of spiritual breakthrough, memories of the past, nostalgia, meditations having great results, connections to fated circumstances that you need to release something in your spiritual and religious beliefs and philosophies. activating travel and internationally and even domestically, a lot more travel. And finally, well, he's here and he'll be gone on November 19th, but he'll be back again later on, right? He'll be back again on November 19th he'll be back December 12th, add 3 weeks. But he also is good for dream messages. So please pay attention to your dreams here. So he's here. November 10th, he turns retrograde at 6 degrees and he leaves November 19th. So it kind of says all of November till the 19th, do everything I just told you, including pay attention to your dreams. Now, when he bumps into Mars, it's going to be information and action. Now, it could be news that somebody's not doing well and they're in a hospital setting, right? Mars is the accident and Mercury's information, or the Mars is the inflammation or the fever, and Mercury's the news that great grandpa Joe has got, some raging fever in the hospital. Who knows? It also could be that you're going to make a decision to take a trip, and Mars is going to say, decide, act. Mercury says, let's get the ticket. And there's information coming to you, and it's connected to things you've already been engaging in your past because he's retrograde. And you're going to take that information and you're going to act on it. And you might get a ticket basically to a foreign land or foreign shore. That's the house that Mercury rules that you've been to before because of the South Node. And so you might be arranging your road trip or your flight or something like that based on the energy that I'm seeing here. And that date again, where you feel this energetic, clarity and decision-making, November 11th to the 13th. Now, in the next week ahead, which is the 14th to the 21st, you're going to notice that the trine between Jupiter and the sun brings a golden opportunity. And the sun, which is shining so beautifully in Scorpio, flows to Jupiter in the 7th house. And this is a relationship opportunity, a legal agreement, contractual opportunity, especially connected to work, or this is a golden opportunity regarding a teacher, a guide, or a guru that you're attracting to you, and it may require you to travel, and it is a golden opportunity. And so all of those themes are there. It also could bring you a golden opportunity connected to a sibling 1 older, sibling 2 older, a sibling 3 older, and a sibling 1 younger. All of the siblings are activated. There's golden opportunities regarding family of origin, sibling stories, all of those. You could see this energy too of the sun, and Jupiter. Golden opportunity energy is a friend, an ally, a benefactor, some friend who acts like a big bro or sis is going to bestow a great favor upon you. And with Venus, it could have monetary implications, and it may be career related, right? You're getting a tip from somebody, you're getting an introduction to someone for a new job, you're getting an offer in that regard. And then we look at November the 17th, and Mercury and Pluto are in a sextile, which is fortunate. And that's because Mercury is retrograde. And here he is at 1 degrees on the 17th of Sag in your 12th house. Talking to money bags Pluto in your 2nd house of possessions, earnings, and resources. Now, if I was taking an Indian approach from Vedic astrology, somebody from your family might also be in a hospital. Again, we're back to that. Otherwise, we're going to take it more like, what is this information about riches that are opening up a door for you to do with possessing more money, some kind of financial information that gives you a leg up on your wallet or your pocketbook. Mercury, it can also be revealing something you didn't see that is essential to you for you to increase your financial resourcefulness, and you have the information you need to do it. Mercury does rule the job work house, but also the debts house. So a debt can be paid back to you that's owed to you. You could refinance a debt. You could eliminate a debt, including spousal support, by the way, off of the sun. And so there's something about the money story that's having a positive shift for you on November 17th. Give or take a day on either side, please. Then we're going to move to November the 19th for a new moon in Scorpio. Well, Mercury trines Neptune. So let's talk about it. This moon will be fresh and new on the 19th, planting a new seed in the house of friendships, social circles, perks and gains and rewards from your career, including financially, your new moon in your long-range dreams and goals and the plans you have for that. Because Venus is here, it could involve romantic love and new directions going from, by the way, a friends with benefits or friendship situation into a romantic one. Or it could also look like some kind of career opportunity She rules your 10th house. And you're going to see that in the 6 months that follows, you will have a new start or a fresh way to make money, maybe because you're going to have a new career position. Mercury rules the job and work 6th house, and Venus rules the 10th. And the only reason we're bringing up the love story is Venus rules that across the way. And so also new love stories can emerge out of like left field or places where there seems to be a friendship and it could blossom into more because that's where Venus is sitting. All right. And the new moon can take place, of course, on the 19th. And within 2 weeks afterwards, you see evidence for what it's going to bring you. Jupiter flows to the new moon, and so does Saturn, Neptune in the North Node. There's a lot of kind of destiny's crosshairs are upon you in fortunate ways. And if you do start a new relationship under the sky, it's going to last. So Jupiter will try to make it strong and stable and prosperous. If you're with somebody already, this can also be your significant long-term partner in love, getting superior career blessings and gains over the 6 months that follows this moon. And maybe even your significant other being very lucky when it comes to travel or changes of location and where they live, connected to a change of neighborhood. If you're a writer, this is excellent for you. Or if you're a social media beast, having a new level of increase of success as well. And with Neptune, the god of TikTok and Instagram Reels, TikTok's dead in the water. Thanks, Larry Ellis. You're going to notice that this energy is Mercury trine Neptune. Mercury retrograde, trining Neptune retrograde. Is that something from the past could suddenly take off and bring you great financial gain. Could be a job opportunity. It could be a social media thing you've done. It could be a video that you recorded months ago. And now it goes, into some new level of public acceptance and virility, viral. It definitely has a vibe, especially if you're artistic or creative, for something just taken off. But if you're looking for love, the unexpected, shocking, or unconventional love story can also take off with this condition of the trine to Neptune. And it brings a little of that twin flame, divine complement, soulmate energy with the Venus trine to Neptune as well. Mercury will go into the heart of the sun November 20th. I'm doing a webinar. Why don't you come? It's free. Spots will fill. There is a limit. This is a retrogradation. It's a powerful Mercury close to the earth, and he's giving you a divine download right here on the 20th. Like, what is this information that you need to know? What is this insight? What is this news? It could come from a sibling, older. It could come from a friend. It could come from a colleague, but there's something, and with a retrograde, a colleague from your past, there's some kind of blast of information or news that's going to come to you on the day of November 20th. But you can also harness this energy, especially in the magical grand trine and kite formation, and use this energy as well. So come to my webinar, but I can't tell you what the information will be. It's probably surprising because of Uranus. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm going to be a grandparent. I'm pregnant. My partner's pregnant. I got a new job offer out of left field, something like that. There's so many ways that surprise can show up. The surprise is Uranus, but this energy is like divine download, headquarters, mission instructions from headquarters. All right. The last week of the month is one story. It's a one big water trine. You can't miss it. It's blindingly big. This baby has been forming all month long. It's getting stronger and stronger, and will be a kite as well. This energy simply says something is flowing, something is watery, something is important here, and it's fortunate in most cases. It's going to activate the house of windfalls and great gains from your career and windfalls from pennies from heaven. The lottery tickets are over here. Jupiter is a wealthy spouse or guru or teacher that blesses the whole scene. And all of this stuff down here is travel, social media, local environment, neighborhood, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and nieces and nephews, the whole gamut. So all of this is lit, and it's lit up with energy that's positive. But as we begin, like the 19th to the 21st, for example, the sun is really holding this energy strongly, which can bring you chunky money, unexpected gains of chunks of money. A stock investment pays off, an inheritance, a tax rebate, insurance payout, ka-ching. Then the sun leaves, and now it's Mercury holding the kite by November 22nd, into creating unexpected, beautiful career opportunities or unexpected golden opportunities for a new job, also maybe improvements in your health. And then we move into the next story, and this, you'll see that these two babies, Mercury and Venus, join up at 22 Scorpio on November 23rd, and be 22-23 on November 24th, And that could be a really interesting time in which a female or a woman, news, information, text, phone calls, is in touch with you. It should be pretty positive, but it may also be a little emotionally difficult. The moon is stoic in Capricorn, so you might have to sort of take it standing up, because there might be a conversation that's difficult because Scorpio is Venus in her detriment. And so there's that too. Yeah, there's still all that flow to Jupiter and to the North Node. So a temporary setback in a relationship with a friend, a female, a benefactor, an ally, an elder sibling, one above you, even a golden career opportunity that's kind of like needs some serious attention and sober-minded realism, but at the same time might be just a little emotionally deflating for you at that time. So that's that part of the kite by / flow triangle. And then finally, Venus picks up the handle and flows to Jupiter and to Saturn. So Venus here is like, okay, now I'm going to take this bull by the horns and I'm in charge of it. I already delivered some information 2 days ago. Now I'm in charge. Well, Venus is ruling your 10th house of career. And she's also ruling your house of romantic and sexual love. So there's major turning points that are flowing regarding love, romance, sexuality, fertility, children, grandchildren. And the energy is really nice. It's really blessed, really. But here's the interesting thing. As she moves along November 26th to the end of the month, she begins to want to offer up a surprise. Surprise is coming. I can't move the days forward, okay? But she's going to move forward here and be opposite Uranus and form a really nice tight kite. So around the 30th, it's 29th, 30th, it's most exact. And it's like, well, you didn't plan for it. It may involve your children. It may involve a romantic love partner. It may involve a winning lottery ticket, but you didn't plan for it. There is a surprise element here. It's electrifying. It may be an unexpected travel opportunity. It may surprise you with an unexpected blessing from a wealthy, generous, and prosperous person who enters your life. And you may have unexpected financial blessings and good fortune through that sibling, Jupiter, who is 3 older than you or 1 older than you. That's where Venus is sitting. All right, so that's what I got for you. We're going to draw a card, Capricorn. This is from the Animal Spirit Guidebook, The Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz. Let's get to it. It's getting darker and darker. It's only 2 p.m. exactly on October 22nd. This is early access ad free for my Patreon community, but because it's a dark and dreary day, it looks like I need to get a ring light going here, but I can't because I'm up against the window. The gazelle. I think you're not the first one to get the gazelle energy for your month of November. Let's read the keywords for you. Well, let's see. If you're going to be a gazelle, what does that mean this month? This is the best energy for you to harness. Gazelle. Okay, so in the month of November, you should work with heightened awareness and ability and be vulnerable. I can see that with the fall in love Venus, that vulnerability is a good idea for whatever relationships you are in, even with your children. When you are in balance in the month of November, you are graceful, perceptive, and artistic. Uranus is in the house of your muse, creativity. So when you are in balance, well, he will be moving into that part of your chart on, whatever the date was. Oh my goodness, November 7th. When you're in balance, you are graceful, perceptive, and artistic. When you are out of balance, you have food allergies, insomnia, and a racing mind. Insomnia. Oh, Capricorns, watch for insomnia. And to bring yourself into balance, you need yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. You need a cozy home. You got the chironic wound in the house of home. Yeah, so there is that. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys soon. Check out the free webinar below, and hopefully you want to buy my 2026 All Signs bundle. Discount is so affordable, $44 for like 24 plus hours of video. Share with friends and family. Have a way to navigate your 2026. Time your best life that way with the guidance I'm there to give you the best I can. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, please.